Hi, Joette.
Hi, Paola.
It's good to be together. It's always fun when we get to chat.
It's like old times.
I know it. A lot
Paola
of you guys
used to work for me. Now we're colleagues of sorts.
Yes.
I mean, you're not a practicing homeopath, but you are an advocate for homeopathy par excellence. I would say you're even a professional someone who advocates for homeopathy. Advocate.
Yep, that's right. And we have a big event in DC coming up, and that's what we're here to talk to you guys about. I have a whole list of ideas for you guys to come, but first I want to start by telling everyone just how incredibly generous you have been. For those of you who don't know, you can go to homeopathychoice.org and sign up for our big event that we're doing in DC. And Joette is, and we're trying to get everybody from each congressional district. That's 500 congressional districts. Of course, that's a big number, but we'd like to get at least 50 or 75 of you there from your congressional districts to bring your staffer to this congressional luncheon we're hosting in the House offices. And it's really exciting. It's historic. We have not done this, I don't think, in the 20th century. Not like this, that's led by women and mothers and consumers. And, it's a really, really great opportunity for you guys to come. And homeopathy really is under threat. So this is I call it Empower Homeopathy 2019. That's our hashtag. So
we live in a great country. We're not being lined up and shot at. We're not being put in gulags. We're going to DC and we're going to work with our representatives. So we should take advantage of the freedoms that we have in this country, but there is a method, and this is the method. We're using it. We're going to utilize it to its fullest.
Yep, that's right. And, we're making it fun, Joette. I know you used to live in DC, used to be a realtor back in the day, if anyone's listened to your podcast. It's not cheap. And so we're trying to make it fun. If you come early on Sunday, there's a moonlight tour. If you come on Monday earlier, we have a tour during the day. But the most critical events for you to be at is Monday night for the training dinner, Tuesday for the luncheon, and then Tuesday night we're having a red carpet screening of the homeopathy documentary Magic Pills. But it's expensive in DC. And so, you and I were talking, and you and your team came up with a really great idea. Tell them about what you're offering for approximately 50 moms.
We're offering free lodging at, what are they? It's not a bed and breakfast. It's going to be
it's Airbnb.
Airbnb. Okay, I couldn't remember how we exactly put this together. But your lodging will be free. It would be make it a lot easier for you, and if you can get an inexpensive flight, and they can be pretty inexpensive, especially if you purchase in advance or you go on off hours or that kind of thing. Then you will have a free place to stay, and then you can lunch and brunch and dinner with like-minded folks. Now, we said mothers and others and grandmothers, but I see there's a cat that could be coming. And I think I see a man, and there are a lot of men who are interested in this as well, because we need to protect homeopathy. You're right, this is historical. This has not been done in a very long time. In fact, it's never been done, as you said. But the reason that all of us, many of you, unless you've come from another country, Europe, South America, etc., the reason it took so long for you to find homeopathy, that you had to go through supplements and vitamin therapy, and then herbalism, and then essential oils, and then naturopathy, and then way at the end of the line was homeopathy, which was the most efficacious of all and the most inexpensive. The reason it took you so long is because there is a very powerful group that is not really in our court, and it's just our competitors. That's the way it is in a free market. Basically, it's the competition of sorts, and they have influenced our government officials. So the only way we can get this done is either through the industry, the homeopathic industry doing this, which is what it has always been, and it's been rather pokey, in my estimation. They've done a decent job, but it's been slow. Now we have to let them know that we as consumers, as mothers, grandmothers, mothers to pets, to livestock, doesn't have to be that we have a biological child. It can be someone who cares for others, is very concerned about this, because if our medicines are taken away, don't think we can get them from other countries. You want to tell them the story about one of the students? I know the story as well as you, but it'd be interesting to maybe to hear from your point of view, who purchased some homeopathic medicines from India, and they were all, you know about that story, right, Paola?
Yeah, that's right. There's a gal who, she was actually on our show 6 months ago. Joette and I are going to be on the Save Homeopathy, or we were calling it the Empower Homeopathy webinar series later this month. And Joette is going to be speaking on the 18th at noon Eastern. But 6 months ago, last year, we had Gina come on, and she had ordered remedies from India, and her remedies got blocked. And the language they used on blocking her order was directly from this draft guidance that the FDA has issued. And they shouldn't even be using draft guidance language. They should only be using final guidance language.
Exactly.
And their draft guidance is targeting categories of homeopathic remedies because they're dangerous, no-sodes, controlled substances, because they're dangerous. I mean, they don't even understand the basic foundation that how these remedies are diluted and prepared, except for when it comes to other, drugs like shots and stuff. Oh, it's diluted, so that's fine. But when it's diluted to the point of homeopathy, suddenly it's dangerous. I mean, they're really talking out of both sides of their mouths, and it's very concerning. And
I don't think half the time they even realize. I don't think they're really putting it all together logically.
That's the problem. They're very overworked, they're tired, and they're doing a lot of too much. And this is why the consumer movement is so important. We need you guys to know that your district needs to be represented on Capitol Hill at this event. And I know that it's very...
Tell us how folks will do that. They come to DC, they approach their representative before they leave. Obviously, you don't want to go there and then find out that they're not even going to be available, right?
Right. That's right. So we have a whole process. And, what I thought I'd tell them is, let's talk about getting there real quick. And then I'll tell you what's going to happen once you get there. Okay. I have this gal, Joette, that just posted in your students page. And she says, would it be appropriate for me to start a GoFundMe page for all the moms in my district to fund me to be able to fly out there? Yes.
Yes. What a great idea. That's an excellent idea, because not everyone wants to do this. Not everyone can do it, but they can put some of their own dollars into this. What a great idea.
It really is. And you really want to represent your district. You want someone from your district to go and do their job. And so if all 10 of you moms in your little neighborhood that's been doing study groups with Joette funds one of you guys to go, then they can stay in Joette's, free lodging. They're helping you with your flight, and then you can go to DC. So
well, I don't live there. You're not going to be staying with me. It's not my
But you've provided a room for them, room and board. So what we're doing is we're basically renting a whole house, a whole Airbnb house, and we'll fill it up with women and moms and the ladies, right? And then when that gets full, we'll rent another one.
They can go in the barn. If there's a man, he can go in the next floor up or something.
Right, exactly. You can sleep in the bathtub.
We'll figure out the logistics later.
Yes, we have a really great volunteer that's running that part of it, and she's really awesome. So, do a GoFundMe page. I think that's a really, really great idea. And then, some people are don't I wish I could come, but I've got a nursing baby. It's really fussy. It's just not going to work. But I have flights. I have points on my flights. And so I have two women that have donated 3 flights between the two of them to different people who need to come. And then, the registration deadline, early registration deadline ends the 25th, and you guys get a copy
of what, Paola?
Of February. So that's 2 weeks from now. 2 solid weeks to figure this out. And you guys, Joette she's really stepping up. You are, Joette. You are donating a copy of the PDF book, History of Homeopathy, only for the early registrants that register before the 25th. So, you're really doing a lot. And I think you guys can absolutely step up. Now, if you really can't come, let's say you're one of the people that donates for someone to represent for your group, you can help from home. And that's exactly what we want you guys to do. So if you go to homeopathychoice.org, there's a banner, the DC banner, click on it. It'll take you to our event homepage, and you can click on the registration button. You can register to go to DC, or you can register to help from home. And when you register, a whole chain of events starts happening, Joette. you register, you get an autorespond email with the handbook. And there's a different one for if you registered to help from home, and there's one if you registered to go to DC. And that handbook, it has like a flow chart. It says, okay, step one.
Super easy, super easy. So it's not, so if you've got children pulling at your skirts and
Yes.
the potatoes are about to burn, you can do it quickly.
Yeah, and you can copy the text to send the email, like we've written the email out. It's all thought out for you. It's really, really done well. And then on the 22nd of February, we're going to kind of give you guys an online training going through that handbook to give you guys a little bit of an online training to get you guys comfortable to go, and this is a time for bravery. This is a time to do hard things.
You bet. Well, the very core of us is shaped by our adversities that we endure. And this is an adversity that we're making fun, because I think not only is the value in what we're doing politically, but how about meeting others of like mind? This is one of the beauties of working with these study groups that I encourage folks to get involved in, because these study groups are where everyone comes together. And when you're stuck in the middle of the night and you don't know what to do for your child, you've got not one friend, not 5 friends. You've got 30 friends that you could count on. Some are more experienced than you, some are less experienced than you, and you all help each other. This is the community that we have all been craving. Community we crave. That's what it is. Yeah.
That's exactly right. And, Susan just wrote here in the comments, Joette, she says, very important for people to personally walk in the office of their representative and express their opinions and ask for their vote. It makes a big difference. It really does. And that's why we need you to register by the 25th. Because if you register all the way in April, they're not going to be available to talk to you. They're not going to be open on that day for that congressional luncheon that we're going to have. We need you guys to register to help from home or to come to DC by the 25th. That gives you 2 weeks to make that GoFundMe page and come and start the process to be prepared in April. We're very organized, we're very on top of it, and we're making it as easy as possible for you guys.
We don't want to lose control. We can exert a lot of control over our children's lives when they're young. We can give them the right food. We can make sure their clothes are clean. We can make sure the house is tidy. We can make sure that the house is organized and all of that. And all of that is really wonderful. And as mothers, we all know how important that is. But for most people, the one aspect that's been missing for all these years, actually a generation, is control over our medicine. The medicine we give our children and ourselves and our husbands and our cats. I'm looking at that picture of the little cat up there. And our livestock and our friends and our mother-in-law and our father, etc. This is where probably the most important aspect of our lives comes in. Being able to choose our medicine and buy it freely in our own country, and not confiscate it, and hide it in our wallet on the way back from some other country. I've got to tell you, I live in Canada in the summer months. We have a cottage there, and the rest of the time, my home is I'm a resident of Florida now. And when we go to Canada, when we go over that bridge, we fly into Buffalo and go over the bridge to Canada. They ask every little question. What are you bringing in? And if you don't tell them what you've got, if I've got some homeopathic medicines that I've just purchased and they're clearly not opened and not used, they can confiscate them. And then I'm breaking a federal law, and vice versa, the other way, buying from Canada, bringing into the US. We have to be very careful with those kinds of things. So we want our medicine here. And I might add, let me just also point out, Paola, that I know that some folks are buying medicines from India, and I think that is a mistake. We don't know what's in those medicines. It's a lot different here. We are a first world country, and in India and China, I would not buy medicines from there. I buy strictly American. Now, occasionally I'll buy something from England if I have to, because I have no choice, or Germany because I have no choice. It can't be found here, can't be purchased in our country, but that's pretty rare. Boron, Highlands, Washington Homeopathics, OHM Pharmacy, all of those. Hahnemann Pharmacy in San Francisco area. We need these companies to survive. So we need you to buy from them, protect them, and this is one of the best ways to do it, is to buy from them and then find a way to either go to DC yourself or support someone, sponsor someone.
And I know these women. I know the women behind, the homeopathy movement, Joette. When
Yeah.
they want something,
I know.
they can get it.
They're out of
And
this box thinkers. All of us. We're all alike. We don't come here saying, oh, well, maybe, perhaps. No. We know what we want. We've already made the decisions in our families' lives in many other ways. This is just the last place that most people come to. And it's a cadence. It's the best place.
And I have to say, look, I don't know what else to say to get people to realize how important it is for them to come to DC. I don't know all I know is that this event can make or break our movement. It really, really can. If there is a poor turnout, these politicians are going to say they're all bark and no bite, and no one's going to take us seriously. We need a very good showing in that room. We need to fill up the seats for that meeting. We need to fill up the seats for that magic pill screening, because we're inviting them to attend that screening. It's very, very important that this is a successful event. And Joette, I'm doing my best. I know that I can lay my head down at night and know that I have done everything in my power to make this happen. And
okay, hold it, Paola. People need to know where you are. It's 10:15 on the East Coast of the U.S., but it's after 4 o'clock where you are. Tell them where you live.
Yeah. I have to fly all the way from Budapest, Hungary to get to DC for this event.
Paola lives in Hungary, and she believes in this so much because she's an American citizen, and eventually she will be coming back, I'm assuming.
Right. My husband's just expat for work. But yeah, that's right. I'm going to have to hire a babysitter for 2 weeks to come to DC. Now, this isn't a game of like who's come the farthest or what's the hardest. If I can come and make this happen, I need you guys to realize how important it is. I know that I ask a lot. I know it's not going to be easy, but that's why this Airbnb thing that you're offering, Joette, is so brilliant, because some people have never been to DC. That's kind of scary for them.
Beautiful city, and right time of the year, it's gorgeous.
Yeah, the cherry blossoms. But when you're going to be in a house with a bunch of people, nobody will know each other, but they're all united in their love of homeopathy. You guys are going to help each other out. You'll figure it out. You'll learn how to use Uber. You'll learn how to use the metro, and you're going to get around just fine. And it's going to be an unforgettable experience.
But we also have folks who are there to help, to make things easier, to keep this super, super smooth. It's not like you're going to be alone in all of this.
Mm-mm. That's right. That's exactly right. And that's what I love about this
Airbnb option. Do you have a concierge for this? I love that word.
Well, yeah, I mean, we have different emails that you can reach out to contact us on. Once you're there, we're going to meet Monday night, and then we'll be together. And yeah, we have all kinds of volunteers that are ready to help, local people that are from that area that I think are going to be a huge help. And so, I love the GoFundMe idea. I think that's fantastic. If you can't come and you have Sky Miles, donate a flight for someone in your area to come. Start talking, start asking. You'd be surprised at the resources at your fingertips to make this happen. And, if you're nervous about talking to your representatives in DC, first, I know you can do hard things. Second, you're going to have that training manual. You're going to have the meeting on the 22nd. And then if you're coming to DC, we're going to train you the night before at that training dinner, that Monday night training dinner. We're making it doable. You can do this.
Fun. It's a great thing to consider bringing maybe a teenage child too.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Especially a homeschooling child who needs to understand government, civic duty, etc.
That's exactly right. Yeah, that's exactly right.
Yeah.
So
we don't
if you guys are
the pudding, but this is really important, folks. I'm going to tell you from my point of view, this is very important.
Yeah, that's right. Sorry, there's a little bit of delay, but I was just going to say, if you want to participate, if you want to participate in Joette's free lodging offer that we have, just know that the deadline is February 25th. If you want to participate in that offer, the deadline is February 25th, and send a message to us at homeopathychoice.org. We have an email. You can go on our contact on our website and say, look, I'm a student of Joette. I want to participate. Or you can send us a PM via Facebook on Americans for Homeopathy Choice on the Facebook page. So, you can, those are all different. Just get a hold of us and we'll put you to the right person to get you to DC.
Yeah.
Or we'll get you to the place to stay in DC.
We won't get you to DC.
I can't fly you. Sorry.
So, Paola, anytime I present to folks, even in these kinds of forums, I hope you don't mind that I do this, but I always feel as though I want to give some folks a tip.
Do it.
Okay. All right. So there's this fabulous combination medicine I know I've talked about using Ignatia and how important that is. Ignatia 200C twice a day for anxiety.
The Sarmi knife of emotions. I love that.
Like Coffee 200 is also very good. Kelly Foss is very good. But I've been spending more time using for my clients and teaching about Sedalia. It's a combination medicine made by boron. I love this medicine. You can buy it at Walmart, folks. And I hope you do, because that's where we want these medicines, is at all stores. Or you can buy it on Amazon or your local health food store or Wegmans, as my neighbor says it, Wegmans, which is on the East Coast.
Yeah, they have a whole homeopathy aisle in their stores. Wegmans really likes homeopathy.
Yes, they do. They do. Mrs. Wegman, I understand, is the impetus for that. You see how it takes kind of a woman to push that along a little bit. Sedalia, it's great for anxiety and worry and just feeling a little overwhelmed, and get a hold of it. Read the ingredients. It's always important that you read I think there are 5 or 4 homeopathic medicines listed in there. Look up each one of them in your Materia Medica so that you know why it's being considered, so you understand that medicine. But it's a great combination, all low potency. Bam, done. For many people, I find that it works pretty darn quickly. If you need it again, you take it again. So don't be afraid to repeat a medicine, particularly if it has worked. When you see that it's acted and it's stopping its action, or you really need it for quite a while, then you keep taking it. So Sedalia by Boron, and they are not paying me to say this, folks, just so you know that. I just happen to like Boron. I like all of the pharmacies we mentioned. So,
well, that's
so
right.
That's a really good combination remedy that everybody ought to have in their kits.
If you buy directly from Boron, there's a discount code.
Yes. Oh, how can I forget that? If you put you key in my name, Joette, you get a percentage off, a discount. I want to say it's 20-25%, something like that.
I don't know. It's a discount. It's basically, I like to point this out.
People don't realize then you get a discount, and I don't get a kickback, just so you know. I do not.
That's why you get a discount, you guys. Joette is giving you the kickback that is normally provided, to someone that promotes a product.
I will not allow kickbacks. I will not allow affiliate programs in my company. I feel very, very strongly about that. If there's going to be a discount, it goes to the consumer, not to me.
How do you spell this remedy?
Sedalia. Maybe there are 2 L's. I think it's 1 L.
There's 2 L's.
Oh, okay. Sedalia. Like
1
sedate.
or 2 L's.
Like sedate. But it's an L at the end. Now, we're not looking to sedate you folks.
Right, we're just playing with the thought, the marketing.
It's just to calm things down a little bit. It would be great for kids too. Children who are nervous or worried, oh my gosh, I got a test, or I don't want to go to school, or I'm afraid to be away from mommy, etc. I wouldn't hesitate to give that to a child. So, Sedalia, great combination medicine. Great little tip. Hope you all buy it and own it, and then pass it along to friends. Buy it as a nice little gift for when you go to someone's house how about as a gift for a dinner party, as a hostess gift. Mm-hmm. Yeah, here, just in case you're a little nervous about how badly the dinner turned out. I'm having my cousin over for dinner today, and I've got a roast in the oven right now.
Oh, I love it.
I can smell it. I hope I didn't keep it up too high.
I know you're probably.
I may need that Sedalia because I want him to really enjoy himself.
That's great. I love it. I don't know if you know this, but I got to see Boron's manufacturing facility, and I got some footage that I needed. Yeah, it was really, really, really amazing. So much level of detail, so much concern, and I love the small pharmacies. I love the big pharmacies, but what was so cool about Boron, they have like multi-acre campus, and they do this amazing arnica harvest every year. They will not harvest the plants when it fits their schedule. They wait and they work. They will shift their entire manufacturing schedules around, when the plant is ready to harvest. And they have a really great video about the arnica harvest, which I think is great. So yeah, we're very, very good company. We're lucky to have them. We're lucky to have every single pharmacy,
manufacturing pharmacy, and then also the retail pharmacies too.
Yeah, that's right.
That's good. All righty.
All right. Well, guys, we gave you guys some really great ideas.
Want to keep telling them how important this is, or are you all tired of us
No, I think
as I said, if we grade the pudding.
if your congressional district is not represented, you guys, you really need to take that seriously. You're going to want to come and represent your area. That's going to be very, very important.
And you explain how to do all of this in advance, right, Paola? So here's the letter that you send. This is all in the material that when you click on the site, homeopathychoice.org, that'll teach us how to do all of it.
Well, once you register, it starts a chain of events. You're going to get that handbook in the mail. We actually have a volunteer that's going to hand contact you and say, hi, I'm here to help you.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, they're very much,
all of this. Yes, you need some. We all need a little hand holding for things like this.
Mm-hmm. And it's really important because, you know, what we're hoping to do is not just connect with our congressmen and our representatives, Joette. We're trying to, our congress people and our representatives, we're trying to empower you. We're giving you skills to know how to defend homeopathy and anything else that you think is important to you. It's really a fantastic opportunity, but it's also a critical, you know, critical time for homeopathy. This event can very well make or break our efforts. It's very important.
Yep, it is. It is. Maybe we'll make some banana bread and bring it over to each one of the congressional staff people in their offices too.
I love it. That's a great idea. Cookies.
Yeah.
Yeah,
homemade. I mean, you don't want to just buy it. You want to kind of maybe get that in the kitchen in the house. Okay,
absolutely.
Everyone, it's cookie baking time or banana bread.
Moms carry a lot of power with their banana bread and their cookies.
Oh, there's no doubt about it.
A lot of power.
Yes,
mm-hmm.
yes.
That's right. How do you find someone in your area who wants to go? I mean, you need to ask around, Debbie. Maybe you're the one that needs to go, and you need to ask your friends who do homeopathy. I was just thinking, you know, maybe you have a study group of, or you've shared it with people who really love homeopathy. Just start a conversation. Just send everyone an email and say,
especially in the study group. Let everyone in the study group that you're in, let them all know this is happening. Who wants to go? Who? Not one person. How about 2 or 3 people go?
Yeah, and even if you're not you know, some study groups are all online and they don't live in the same centralized area.
Right,
that's
exactly.
fine. You know, we need a representative from our study group to go. That's great. You know, so Debbie, I would just start talking, start asking. You guys have 2 weeks to figure this out and register. Of course, you can register after the 25th, but the ticket prices are going to go up after that. And Joette's offer for the Airbnb is not going to last forever. You guys want to get it done by
this is the way you do it, honey. Mother's Day is coming up. Of course, it's a month and 2 months away. Mother's Day is coming up. Would you please be certain that I can get to DC, because this is important for me, for you, for our children, our grandchildren, our legacy.
Yeah.
Important stuff.
That's right. And if he says, well, I don't even believe in that homeopathy stuff anyway, say, happy wife, happy life.
My husband says that all the time.
That's great.
That's a great saying.
You guys are awesome.
You're reading some, Paola?
I am. I'm reading them. They're yeah, we'll see. We'll see how this goes. Debbie, you're asking the right questions, and I think you guys are awesome. So someone else wrote here, Sedalia is one of my favorites. So
yeah, it's a good one.
Great.
Yep.
All right, Joette. Well, you skipped church for this.
No, I'm going to later mass.
Okay, good. I didn't skip church because it's the afternoon.
I just have to go to a different church, and there are plenty where I am now. So.
Oh, good. Well, I was able to go to church this morning. I'm still in my church dress, so I need to get dressed and get to bed. So thank you so much. I really, really appreciate you taking the time to go live with me on your page, and I think you're awesome. And I cannot thank you.
You're awesome, Paola. I think you're all awesome, ladies. Everyone out there. God bless all of you. Love you. Take care of your families. Take care of our country. God bless all of you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Joette. We'll see you guys later. Bye, everyone.
Bye.